have so much energy, even though I'm always saying I feel very energetic and I'm healthy and all this stuff, and I am, but still, I safeguard what energy I do have, and I like to use it for the things I want to use it for. But if you use your energy in places that you really don't want to, just out of a sense of obligation or whatever, then you deplete it and you don't have time to do the things you want to do. And so I'm trying to learn balance. I am really looking forward to hibernating this year. I talked about it last year. I told you guys how excited I was after the holidays to have nothing on my calendar, and I was just going to hibernate and be the sleepy bear I am. I was going to enjoy I was hoping for a month, even 2 months. That would have been amazing. But of course, once I said that, the universe just sped things up and it became impossible. This year, this year, I'm really going to try to put aside some time where there's nothing on my calendar. There's nothing that I have to do. You know what I mean? We have spent our lives when you're in your 60s, when you get to this point, you've probably, raised your family, you've worked hard, you paid the bills, you did all of the things, and you're finally at a point in your life where you don't have to do the things you don't want to do, because there's so many things we do that we really don't want to do, but we have to do. But I'm at that age now where it's like, do I really have to do the things I don't want to do anymore? Haven't I earned a right to not do those things? I mean, there's some things that we're always going to have to do. That's just part of life. But as far as like proving ourselves, constantly trying to stay relevant and productive, and you know what I mean? And never saying no. But that's on me. I am a people pleaser and it's hard to change, even though I know I don't need to do that anymore. The people that love me are going to love me regardless, but old habits are hard to break, you know, and it is easier for me to say no now. I never would have said no. Oh my God, I would never tell you no. You might not like me. And even if I didn't like you, it didn't matter. I still needed you to like me. So I would say yes. And I would do all the things and burn myself out and secretly cry in the shower and, stuff my face with cookies trying to ease the pain. But I don't do that anymore. But I still do a lot of things I don't necessarily want to do, but not because I want people to like me, but because I feel like somebody's got to do it. It's got to be done, right? Okay, I had to cut that short. I filmed it for like 10 minutes and then I rewatched it and I realized nobody's going to want to hear this. This is just so negative. And, we just have those days sometimes and it's okay, but you just don't have to share it with the whole world. Not everybody needs to hear it. I got it off my chest and that's good enough. And I feel a lot better just talking to the camera, even though, you guys won't hear it, but you heard a little bit of it. But I realized, you know, I think the bottom line is, as we get older, we only have so much energy, even though I'm always saying I feel very energetic and I'm healthy and all this stuff, and I am, but still, I safeguard what energy I do have, and I like to use it for the things I want to use it for. But if you use your energy in places that you really don't want to, just out of a sense of obligation or whatever, then you deplete it and you don't have time to do the things you want to do. And so I'm trying to learn balance, at this late stage in life. And we, this weekend we ran into a dear old friend. I mean, a friend that we were really close to. We hung out with her and her husband, and they had 3 kids, and we had 3 kids, and we do things together, and we went on vacations together, and then we just kind of grew apart. Life got busy for both of us, and we still loved each other, but we didn't have time, you know. They were raising their family, we were raising our family, and we did get together finally. You know, a lot of time had passed, and we got together. I was at a Halloween party I had here, and it was wonderful. I loved seeing her, and we got caught up in that period of time, and then we promised to stay in touch, which we kind of did online. You know, we touch base now and then. It's been 10 years since I've seen her, and then here we run into each other again, and it was like no time had passed. She looked amazing. She's beautiful, you know, except now her kids are raised and she's got grandkids and everything. And of course, we promised to get together. We'll have lunch, which we won't do. We'll probably see each other online periodically, you know, but we get it. She knows, and I know, and I don't take it personal because I know she doesn't have any more time than I do, you know. And even though I feel bad and I would like to make time because I do enjoy her and she's a lovely person, but I know at the same time I only have so much time. And so the time that I do have is going to be spent with my kids and my grandkids. And I just wish there was more hours in the day, and I wish I had more energy, you know, and then I could do all those things. But I just have to realize my limitations, you know. It's hard because I like people, I love people, but I just don't have as much energy as I think I do. You know, in my head, I plan on going on out to lunch with this person and going to dinner with this person and shopping and doing all these things with everybody. And, you know, and then I forget, oh, I work two jobs and I'm taking care of my grandkids and I have a husband and a house. You know, it's like, what am I just going to put those things in the closet while I go do all these other things? You know, that takes all my time. So there is no time. And then when I do make time, I try to make time to replenish myself, you know. And like, what was it, last week? I felt that I got run down because I was doing too much. That's what happens. And so I really have to be careful now because I'm maturing and I do have even less energy than I had back then. But in my mind, I think I can still do all those things. And I can't. And it's okay. And we'll still check in. I'll still check on her from time to time. And maybe we will get together. But she has a good life. I'm happy for her. And she knows I have a good life. And we're fine. But it sucks. It sucks that I don't have the time to devote to, you know, all the people I love in my life. I have so many people and I would like to make time. And it's just, it's hard, you know. Even with, like, my daughter will call me and it's like I feel like I cut her short, and she's like the top of the list. Well, all my family is. And it's just I've got so much going on, and it's like, you know, I'll either be trying to film a video or edit it, or I'm out doing Uber and I'm delivering orders, or I'm grocery shopping for somebody, or I'm picking up the grandkids from school, or, you know, doing things for my husband or around the house. You know, there's always so many things to do. And if I just didn't have to sleep, you know, those few hours that I waste sleeping, I could do so much more. But yeah, it's just, this is part of life, and I have to accept it and stop feeling so guilty. I feel bad, you know, because I want to be there for everybody. You know, I love people and I want to be there, and I just can't. And it used to really bother me to the point where I just let it tear me up. And now it's like I just realize it's just beyond my control. There's only so much I can do, you know. And luckily, the majority of the people that are in my life know that and they accept that, you know. So I am fortunate. But I know a lot of you guys go through the same thing. You have the same struggles. It's hard. And yeah, the winter's coming. And last year I talked about being able to hibernate. It's not going to happen. You know, and what I really am meaning is I just want life to slow down just a little bit. It's not going to for the next couple of months because it's the holidays. It's going to get twice as busy, three times as busy, you know? And then right after the holidays, after I've depleted all my energy, that's when I'm really going to want to hibernate. But it doesn't mean life is going to slow down or let that happen. but luckily there isn't as much to do. So, I can semi hibernate. God, doesn't that sound good? Wouldn't you love to just be locked in a cabin, snowed in for 2 weeks? I mean, I could do a month, but at like 2 weeks, but you had all your groceries there and you had a stack of books that you wanted to get caught up on and maybe some jigsaw puzzles, um, but no internet and no TV. You could have some movies that you wanted, some of your favorite movies like You've Got Mail and Practical Magic and stuff like that, and maybe some Gilmore Girls shows. And you didn't have to get dressed. You could stay in your pajamas. You didn't have to do your hair or makeup because nobody's coming. So it don't matter. Maybe shower, run a fork through your hair. But stock up on groceries, lots of tea and hot chocolate and coffee, and just stand in the window, the picture window, and look out at the snow drifts and maybe some deer walking by, and then throw a log on the fireplace and, snuggle back into the couch with a good book. And oh, God, that just sounds amazing. That's going to be my idea of retirement. It's not going to be going to Greece. I still would like to, but just to be able to do that and to know that the world is going on around me and they're fine. Everybody's okay. Nobody needs me for anything for those 2 weeks and they're all happy and fine. That is going to be a wonderful day. I can't wait for that to happen. But for right now, I'm just grateful that I can do what I can. And I'm there for the people that love me and that I love. And um, I, gratitude is key. I'm so grateful, even though I may not sound like it. And I know I whine and complain. Inside, I really am grateful. I really am. I just, I don't say these things to people. So that's why when I vent like this, I feel so guilty. But it gets it off my chest. It's therapeutic. And now I can be sweet, nice, and loving to everybody. So thank you guys. You're my therapy. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys. And if you get it, leave me a comment. Let me know I'm not a big creep. I'm not alone. That, maybe some others feel the same way I do. You guys can relate. So anyway, thanks again. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next video.